When Emma said it, her voice didn't shake, but mine did. Evolve or leave, she repeated, her gaze steady across the kitchen table. Her tone was calm. Too calm. The kind of calm you use when discussing furniture placement, not rewriting a marriage. The clock on the wall ticked louder than usual. Even our dog, Max, shifted under the table, uneasy, like he could feel the air bending. I stared at her, struggling to process what I'd just heard. What do you mean, evolve? I mean, she said, taking a breath, I want an open relationship. Emma ran a hand through her hair, a nervous habit she used to have before big exams in college. But this time, there was no anxiety. Only certainty. I've been figuring out who I am, she said slowly. And I've realized I'm bisexual. I can't keep hiding that part of myself. I love you, Mark, but I also want the freedom to connect with women. My throat went dry. So, you're saying you want to see other people? While we're still married? She nodded.
Yes.
I believe you can love more than one person. If we're both open to it, it could make us stronger. Stronger? My fists clenched under the table. How was I supposed to answer that? How do you respond when your wife rewrites the rules of love mid-conversation? I met Emma in college. Fearless, magnetic, wild in a way that both terrified and fascinated me. She used to say, I'll never live half a life. Back then, I thought it was poetic. I never imagined that same line would one day shatter ours. We'd been married 6 years. A small apartment, full of warmth and shared memories, burnt pancakes, inside jokes, our wedding photos down the hall. But sitting across from her that morning, it all felt like someone else's life. I don't understand, I finally said. Do you still love me? I do, she said softly. That's why I want this. Love doesn't have to be confined. It can expand. I let out a bitter laugh. Expand? You mean share? She frowned. It's not about sharing. It's about freedom. You could see others too. I don't want to, I said flatly. I married you, not a theory. For a second, her confidence flickered. Guilt. Maybe regret. But then it vanished. I knew you'd react this way, she murmured. But I can't keep pretending. That night, she slept peacefully beside me while I stared at the ceiling. I wanted to reach out to hold her, to remind her what we had, but my hand froze halfway. Something had shifted between us, something irreversible. The following days felt strange. She acted normal, making coffee, sending memes, kissing me goodbye. But underneath it all, there was a quiet distance, something foreign and unspoken. Then one evening, I noticed her dressing differently. Bolder clothes. More makeup. Going somewhere? I asked. Yeah, she said casually. Just meeting a friend. That friend turned out to be a woman named Kara. I learned the name from a text notification that lit up her phone while she was in the shower. Can't wait to see you tonight, Red Heart. The message hit like a physical blow. When she came out, I asked, Who's Kara? She hesitated just long enough to tell the truth. Someone from the art studio. She's amazing. We've been talking a lot. So, you're seeing her? My voice trembled. She understands me, Emma whispered. I didn't plan this, Mark. It just happened. I turned away, jaw tight.
Right.
It just happened. For the next week, I tried to convince myself to be open-minded. I read about polyamory, communication, emotional growth. But each time she left without saying where she was going, something inside me cracked. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. It was 11:30 when she walked in. Flushed cheeks, the faint scent of someone else's perfume clinging to her. I sat waiting in the dark. She froze. Mark, you scared me. Where were you? I asked quietly. With Kara, she said after a pause. And what did you two do? Her expression hardened. That's not fair. I laughed bitterly. You sleep with someone else, and I'm the unfair one? Her eyes filled with tears. I told you what I wanted from the start. I didn't hide anything. You didn't hide it, I said softly. You just stopped caring how much it hurt me. We didn't speak for 2 days. When she finally tried to reach for my hand, I pulled away. Mark, please, she whispered. I still want you in my life. I looked at her, and for the first time, I didn't recognize her. She looked the same, but she wasn't. Or maybe she'd always been this way, and I'd just been too in love to see it. 2 nights later, I came home early. The apartment lights glowed dimly, laughter floating from the living room. I followed the sound. She was on the couch with Kara, her hand resting on the other woman's cheek, the same gesture she once saved for me. Time stopped. My chest went hollow. Emma turned, her smile dying when she saw me. Mark. I didn't say a word. I just walked out. The cold air outside burned my lungs, but at least it was honest. That night, I stayed at a friend's. Stared at the ceiling again. Only this time the confusion was gone, replaced by a painful clarity. The next morning I went back. She was waiting at the table, eyes red and swollen. "Please don't hate me," she said. "I don't," I whispered. "I just can't be part of this version of you." Tears streamed down her face. "You're leaving?" I nodded. "You told me to evolve or leave. I'm choosing the second." She broke down, sobbing, like she finally realized what she'd asked for. But I didn't reach out. I just stood there, memorizing the moment love finally died. It's been 6 months since that day. I live alone now. The silence that once crushed me has become comforting. Sometimes I scroll through old photos, her laughter, our trips, that night we danced in the rain, and the ache still comes. Love doesn't disappear. It just changes form, like smoke slipping through your fingers. A few weeks ago, she texted. Said she misses me, that things with Kara ended, that she might have been confused. I read it, stared at it for a long time, then put the phone down without replying. Because the truth is, she wanted freedom, and I wanted a promise. Neither of us was wrong, just no longer right together. Sometimes evolution isn't about growing side by side. It's about knowing when to let go. And I finally did.